Hi, we're Rich and Andrea. We did online dating before it was cool. We began talking on an art forum in 2003, in our tender teens. The problem was we were separated by 5,200 miles and a lot of water. She was on the west coast of the USA, he was in England. But 7 years later we met, and married the following year. Closing in on a decade of marriage, we understand the ups and downs of long-distance relationships, including the struggles that no one tells you to expect, and how to make a successful relationship. We build from long distance to marriage for all types of couples, long distance or not, married or not. Join us to get our tips for fun date nights for the different seasons, making your own traditions, ideas for those of you maintaining a long-distance relationships, how to transition into marriage and living together, and a lot more. Want to know more about us? Keep reading. By Andrea. It was the autumn of 2009 and at the age of 23, I was in my first of only 2 years spent as a teacher. August and September had passed in a frenzied blur of figuring out just what the hell I was doing. It had been a long and tiring day spent battling pubescent 12-year-olds in an attempt to make them understand decimals. In any case, on that late October day, I came home and found a letter from him waiting for me on the kitchen counter. And even though we had been in contact a little bit, the weight of my feelings for him hit me like a ton of bricks. I don't know for sure when I realized that I still had room for him in my heart, but in the months leading up to the day that I received the letter, he'd reached out to me a few times and we were really talking again. I suppose the room for him in my heart opened and grew as I remembered how much I enjoyed talking to him. The letter was no great confession of love that still burned strong. It was familiar and comforting, and in the letter he told me how he still always thought of me and how during a family vacation to France and Spain, he couldn't get me out of his head. He sent me a braided leather bracelet, like the one he had sent me so many years before. He told me about finishing university, and how good it felt to be writing to me, but mostly how happy he was that he hadn't lost my friendship forever.